So we've come down to the Bridgeton bus garage because we thought that buses really are the circulatory system of the city, and they're also full of memories. Buses took you to school, buses took you to work, buses took you home again, buses took you shopping, buses even took you on holiday. And we thought we'd meet some people and ask them about their memories of what buses they took and where they took them. So tell us where the routes used to take you.
The routes? Oh, I used to do that many. The number 1, number 13, number 22, 46, 58, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64.
I still get number 60 myself. What was it like back in the day out of Parkhead? Was it a good bunch of guys?
Oh yeah, it was a great fun. It was good. Well, put it this way, I've spent about 25 years with them, so that talks for itself.
So James, tell us about were you in the buses yourself?
I was.
Tell us about that.
I joined in '82 and I was in the buses for about 20 years.
And where were you? Where was your garage or your depot?
My depot, the first depot I was in was Gartcraig, and when it shut, moved to Parkhead Depot.
And where did you grow up yourself?
I grew up for about 100 yards that way.
That's brilliant. So what are your memories of growing up in? Well, we're right in the heart of Bridgeton here, aren't we?
It's brilliant. It was old tenements with outside toilets. It was basic, no hot water, running hot water, and it's all crammed in. But all the families got on with each other. And there was no sort of any bother.
My name's Bob Wright. I'm a retired sub-officer, having served in Glasgow Fire Service and Strathclyde Fire Brigade. And this appliance here, I actually used to drive that.
Oh, from the way. Fantastic. So things have changed, I imagine, over the years.
It's changed considerably, absolutely. Yeah, especially in forms of PPE and health and safety and such like. But certainly when I joined, it was fibre-wire stuff, very, very basic. Yeah.
There's some really fantastic old vehicles here, I mean, of which that is one, but even I can remember some of these ones from previous kind of generations.
It really is a gem, this place, especially local transport and such like.
So you grew up, just tell us where you grew up.
I grew up in Blackhill in the East End, and then in my teens we moved to Ridley in the East End, just off the Cumbernauld Road.
So Blackhill, that's a completely different place now from what it was then.
Completely different place.
So what was it like back then?
It was incredible. It was a big adventure playground, that's what it was.
Tell me some of your best memories. Tell me where you went to school, all that
I
kind of
went to
stuff.
school, St Philomena's Primary, and then I went to St Roch's and Royston Road. So I was a bus user, I used the bus.
To get to school?
Yeah, the terminus at Maxwell Road, that's where I would go on, down to St Roch's.
And what colour were the buses back then?
Well, they were green, white and gold.
And you were shop steward as well?
I was, yeah, for 14 years.
So did you, what kind of things were you fighting about back then?
Oh, everything else, wages, conditions, you name it, we had it.
Was it a big? Do you have a big family yourself?
No, just me and my sister. But there was other families all around, we maybe half dozen, that stayed in a single end, which is sort of just a one-bedroomed house with a bed recess into the wall.
But good friends with other people on the stair and all that kind of stuff.
Aye, you all had to get on.
And I
Because-
hope you took your turn cleaning the stair.
Everybody took their turn cleaning the stairs, because if you didn't take your turn cleaning the stairs, you're shirked for everybody at your door.
Can you remember? I mean, if you were in the northern city, you probably weren't deployed down in this area. Although I guess for big fires, people came from all over, didn't they?
Yeah.
Do you remember any big events down in the East End?
Oh yes, I remember one of the big bakeries going on fire down here. We were called to that. But as soon as a big conflagration in the city, we would bring in appliances and fire engines from all over the place.
Tell us a bit more about the bakeries. Is that the one on Duke Street where now?
It was the old Malanda bakery. I can't remember the exact location. But also, we used to run into the city centre as well, which again is not that far from here. Some huge fires down there.
The buses, they really, I mean, as you say, the green and gold, they really kind of.
Oh, Glasgow buses are integral to the city, to any city, you know.
And what about the bus drivers themselves? What do you remember of them when you were wee?
I remember a chap called Ronnie, actually, he'd long blonde hair and he'd a big hook earring, and he was a bit of a hero, you know. So I don't know Ronnie's second name, and he was an older man, but he treated us, you know, like kids standing at the terminus waiting to go on the bus, you know, at lunchtime. And he was that character.
He sounds like a pirate with.
Pirate, he kind of looked like a pirate. And the conductors and the conductresses, you know, they were characters, you know.
Did you get up to mischief? Did they have to keep?
Absolutely not, no. Nothing I'm saying on camera.
But it's an old kind of it's an old thing that bus conductors and so on used to have to keep the kids in order. It's you see it in all the old films, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. I dare say there was a bit of misbehaving on the buses, you know. I remember coming up Royston Road one day on a bus, and we were like 4 o'clock, and there was a bus in front of us, and the back window opened and a chair got thrown right up. I remember that. Our bus had to like make a manoeuvre, you know, to dodge the chair.
See, these are the memories that we're looking for. Did you stay in Parkhead or nearby, or where did you stay?
Parkhead.
So it's changed a lot since then, I think.
Oh yes, yeah, very much.
But you remember Beardmore's and what's that chemical place on Duke Street and so on?
White chemical factory and different places, yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I used to work in Parkhead area. I used to be a van boy when I started. You know, I was a salesman in Wilmer Bakeries, which a lot of folk probably forgot about.
And what was it like? Good community, good neighbours, or was it a bit rough, or what was it like?
It was rough, but it was gangs fought gangs. It didn't fight innocent folk, ordinary folk, you know.
So if you kept your nose out of trouble, you'd be all right.
Yeah.
And how do you think it's changed since then? Is it changed for the better, for the worse? Is it the same?
It's a lot better. Better in a sense, you know. It's a mixture of roughness and nice going, you know. The roughness was when the gangs were gangs, and now it's on hooligans now.
Better class of gang.
Yeah.
So where do you stay now?
I stay in Cranhill, still in the East End.
So tell us about what's changed from what you remember as a Wayne kind of thing.
Change around here, the industry is not here anymore. Because where we stayed, all around here was all factories. There was carpet factories, engineering factories. My dad worked in the carpet factory which is next door, which is no longer there, in Ford Duke Street, which is Lyle's Carpet Factory. Next door to that was Templeton's Carpet Factory. It's all engineering factories all around here.
I was looking at some old photographs, aerial photographs. It's absolutely unrecognisable from what
you wouldn't recognise it from when I was a child. The only place that's here as I was a child is my own nursery, which is along the end of Crownpoint Road. That's the only place that's still here from my childhood.
So, I mean, it's silly to say better or worse, but I'm going to ask it to you anyway. How does today's Bridgeton compare?
Not a jot compared to the days. Okay, we're poorer, but we're richer in life than today.
So what do you miss then, most of all?
Everybody's in the same boat. We're all poor. So we weren't sort of, they've got a car, or we must get a car. We're just the same. You weren't sort of be better than each other.
The fire helmet that's in there was used in Glasgow and quite a lot of other fire brigades throughout the country. And it was actually manufactured here in Bridgeton by a company called James Henry.
That is absolute gold. Thank you so much. So
Very welcome.
tell me a bit. Do you know what was special? What was special about it?
They're made of leather, right, and lasted for years and years and years. The company's now defunct, but used, well, not only in this country, but helmets were actually exported abroad as well.
And why was leather a good material for firefighters?
It was very robust, you know, and of course it didn't conduct electricity. That's why the old brass helmets went out of fashion, you know, when electricity came in, firemen were getting, you know. So
Yeah, I can imagine.
So,
So where were you based?
I was based in the north side of the city, and that's my original fire helmet there,
Your personal one.
my personal one. Yeah.
But the other thing that's happened pretty recently, I mean, the Commonwealth Games was obviously a big thing, and they knocked down a lot of buildings and built some new ones. Do you think some of the new things are good?
At that place they built and knocked down all their buildings for the Commonwealth Games, that Commonwealth Village, the way it's been built will last 50 years because it's not built to a standard. And I don't know if you were here during the Commonwealth Games, but during the Commonwealth Games, one part of Kilmarnock was fenced off completely from the games, the athletes' village. And so these people didn't get to interact. And people were told when they came to the games, don't go near the East End because it's a dangerous place. So they were degrading the people that stayed there, even they were staying there.
And you presumably thought that was a lot of nonsense.
I think it was a lot of nonsense because we're friendly enough here. Okay, there is bad people everywhere, but if you keep your wits about you, you'll be okay.
Tell me one of your favourite memories from when you were young. I don't know, when you were a kid or when you were going to the dancing. I don't know, whatever. What do you remember?
Just everybody was together. The whole street, we would play with each other. Whether it be football, kick a can, hide, chat the door, run away, things like that. All simple things. Everything was nice and simple. You didn't need any equipment to play games. Tin can, kick it, run away and get chased, things like that.